I'll give you 3 questions. First of all, congratulations.
Don't tell him I didn't know.
That wasn't recorded. That was off the record.
I know you, but you always have your recorder, man.
I got a secret one. I was still recording in my
Of course he does.
So I think I read something kind of maybe from Debbie like, oh, people are gonna take it easy, and you're like, no, I'm viewing this thing this weekend pretty seriously.
Right, and I think it's early in all of our build-ups. People are talking about 10 or 11 weeks till the trials, and I'm like, oh shit, like it's that close? Like I better get to work. But I feel like most of us are at the very beginning stages of our development for the trials. So I've got a long way to go. But today was really fun, and if anything, it really got all of us in the Olympic spirit. So I think it was great publicity for the event. The Dallas Marathon is just awesome. What Patrick Riley's been doing for the past couple of years here, and really it got all of us in a great point of camaraderie and Olympic spirit to get ready for a trials here, both for the marathon and the track, because we had track runners here too today. It's just awesome.
I mean, it's the biggest. I've never seen this many people at one thing.
Yeah, and it was fun that we were all together here this weekend.
And so
eating meals together.
did you guys? Oh yeah.
Going to basketball games together.
I heard you guys left early. It was like a big comeback yesterday. I didn't want.
We missed a critical part of the game. But
They still lost, so
Yeah.
they didn't pull it off. Maybe if you guys had stayed. So the race today or the relay, did you guys agree to kind of run together to 20 miles, or what was the plan?
I think we didn't know. The guys were really wishy-washy. They didn't give us any answers on how they were going to run, so we kind of had to play it by ear. And we just decided as we were sitting in the trailer at the exchange zone, like we're either going to run if we get the baton together or get our high fives together, then we'll run together. But Becky and I had to catch up to the girls. Abdi didn't do his job that he was supposed to. We had to catch up to the rest of the girls, and then.
Yeah, I was wondering if they waited for you or not. Because the first TV shot I saw, you guys were all four together.
Yeah. So we packed up pretty quickly, and it wasn't until Becky and I wasn't even feeling that great until Becky and I kind of took the lead and started picking up the pace a little, and then I actually started to feel like I was catching my stride. So I felt better once we picked up the pace a little bit. It was a little slippery out there. I think we're all running cautiously because of the flooded corners and slippery bridges. But all in all, it was an awesome race.
How fast were you running at the end?
I don't know. I do have splits on my watch. I just haven't checked them yet. We could have been running 6 minutes.
No, you guys were 6 till 20. I know that much, but then you got way ahead of everybody. So
that was a motivating factor.
it looked like the Deena of old to me. I don't know what
No, it was. I definitely felt better running a little faster, but it was. I feel like we kind of stuck to our race strategy of sticking
And
together.
did Desi say she was going to do her own thing? Because she never was with you guys.
She did. She was really the only one. I said I was coming in with my coach Andrew telling me and has been telling me to run strong, and he doesn't want me getting out there and putting on racing flats if I'm not going to give it a good effort. So I feel like it was a good effort. It wasn't a grind, but it was a good effort out there. And I know Desiree was the only one that came in and said, she's starting off slowly, and this was a progression run. She's going to be ending at 5:30 pace. So I knew she had a very detailed program coming in, a training run coming in.
How's your training going?
It's going okay. We're pretty early in training. My first mile repeat session was last week, and so my teammate Gabe even coming out to run here today. He ran the half marathon, and I was surprised that he was even allowed to come in and race because I feel like we're so early in our training. But everyone on our team is at the Mammoth Track Club is doing so well right now. I'm really proud of them, and it's fun also just to do this together. It's one of the first times that I'm in a training group where every single person is focusing on one race, and it's been an interesting dynamic because there's a little bit of tension.
Yeah, so who are all the people?
On the women's side, Adriana Nelson and Lauren Jemison and Bria Wetch. Alexi Pappas will be joining us next week. I think she's going to be out in Mammoth. And then on the men's side, it's Gabe Proctor and Shadrach B. Wad and Joseph Hoyt. We just have a Daniel Tapia who was second to Meb at the Rock and Roll San Jose half marathon. So everyone's training is going
Took 2
great.
weeks off after Chicago.
You pretty much sort of
Just let the body recover,
built this group, or like the
absorb everything.
I don't know, mother of the group or some ways. But yeah, like you said, now it's like,
When it's time to start training.
hey, we're all going for the same thing. So I don't know, talk about that a little bit. And obviously, you want
I can't look back and say,
people
okay,
to train with, but you're still
ran last decade back.
you're trying to beat them at the end of the day, right? Like,
Yeah, but I think it's a healthy competition if you can make it that way. That by pushing your teammates, they're doing better. So I think it's being able to push one another, but also have the perspective that this is all for the good of getting closer to getting someone on that team. And so to push your teammates in a non-competitive way, but in a challenging way. And I think there's a different energy in that you bring to the table. So making sure everyone knows that if any one of our teammates makes that team, we all win.
and I'm trying to think when I saw you. You were like, oh, I'm not sure about the trials. And I was like,
Yeah.
she was running well, you're doing the trials. But
I know,
when did
I-
you sort of, I don't know, maybe talk about the last couple of years and sort of when you decided to do the trials and
Yeah, I didn't want to do the trials right after I finished Chicago this year. I just felt like
this year. Yeah.
yes, like that was now it's my time to get my teammates ready. But in getting them ready, I train with them every day. So if I'm putting in the work, I might as well toe the line. And I really just love being a part of this sport. It's what gives me a thrill to be here this weekend and share it with the masses. Last year, I stood at the finish line and passed out medals, and it was in what was a good performance year. One of the highlights of my entire year was passing out medals here at the end of the race. And after interviews here, I'm going to go back to that finish line and make sure I bring the last people in. I love being a part of it. It changes lives for the better. And I think maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I could have walked away from the sport thinking, yeah, I did a good job, and now it's time to do something else. But now I realize that it's a lifestyle, and I love challenging myself and getting the best out of myself on a daily basis. I've gone from using a mentality to get the best physical effort out of myself to using a great physical effort to get the best mentality out of myself. So it's shifted a little bit, but I love playing those mind games with myself out there to try to get a better performance.
And what do you think it'll take to sort of make the team? Or it seems like there's
It's
a
going
lot
to
of
take a lot. The talent on the starting line of the Los Angeles Olympic Trials is going to be enormous, and there's going to be so many people ready. And I think our biggest focus is making sure that the people that I'm training with every day are riding that fine line of pushing the limits but staying healthy. And I think that's going to be the key to people getting on the line confident of doing the work but healthy enough to go the distance.
it should be fun.
Yeah,
I love
it's
the
going to be great.
marathon trials. Yeah, you were
And there's
you were going to
always-
be the race ambassador, right? Regardless if you ran it. So
Oh, it's going to be like drama unfolding 1 mile at a time. It's the best.
and then you've had a lot of work with the LA Marathon in the past, right?
Yes, my husband used to be the coaching director for the LA Marathon, and now I'm on the organizing committee for the trials. So making sure that they are rolling out the red carpet for the athletes, and it's going to be an extraordinary event for spectators and the athletes themselves. I don't know what things are out in the media yet, but everybody can be assured of a first-class
I don't know
event
how to
there.
else to explain this marathon besides
And
like
then
just
the next
this,
day
and
to
he's
have
ready at the
the
right
masses
time.
race
And
unfold,
same with Avi, like,
I'll be
it's
doing
Olympic year,
commentary
everybody
for
knows.
television that day. So it's going to be a busy
And so
weekend.
that's the thing,
And it's also
there's a lot of
my
people, and
43rd
I
birthday
think that
Really?
trying to
weekend,
learn as
so
much from these
big
guys.
weekend in
Okay,
Los
you're 6 months
Angeles.
older than me. Good to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah, let's
kind
eat
of use
cake.
the energy of being involved.
Well, hopefully you have a good birthday present.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be great. I
share
think
this kind of
the
experience
bottom
with
line
these
is
guys.
that we are going to
I
send
raced
6
against Troy
extraordinary
in
athletes to
college,
Rio, and it's just going to take the race
27.08,
unfolding to figure out who those
he's
6
a
will be.
powerhouse, and so like
Yeah,
I said,
should be
these
good.
all
Yeah.
I mean,
guys
I'm,
that
I